Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. If you're joining me live, let me know you're here. Facebook used to let us know, but now you gotta let us know. Hi, Shawty June. How are you? Welcome. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here first. That's awesome. Tonight, I got a great topic for you tonight. Hola. I got a great topic for you tonight. How many times have you in life sat there and thought to yourself, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, I don't belong here. This is not what I deserve. This is not where I need to be. Now, that can play two different ways, right? Because look at my tone of voice. My tone of voice can change everything, right? I can say, I just don't belong here. I don't know why I'm here. I'm not supposed to be here. Or let me just flip it on you. You can turn around and say, I'm not supposed to be here. I don't belong here. Somebody pinch me, right? As you're joining me live, let me know you're here. Hi, Sharifa John, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. I don't always know who's here, who's not here. So if you're joining me, maybe drop a heart or comment or hate or something, so I know you're here. And I wanted to tell you that I'm no stranger to those thoughts. I've gone through a gazillion different things, and so some of you know some of my story. But just to give you just a couple things, I've gone through 7 surgeries, cancer survivor, I've hit rock bottom twice, had been up here and kind of hit rock bottom twice. So I've gone through. I'm not going to share my whole story here, but I've gone through a lot of stuff, and there've been. I can clearly remember certain nights that I sat in my black chair with little guy on my lap and mad at God, mad at world, mad at the world, mad at everybody, and just questioning what the heck, why am I here, right? I don't belong here. I'm not supposed to be here. Or you may be in a job situation, in a job you're like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like I don't belong in a cubicle world. Like I was in a cubicle world for uh 19 years, 20 years. I don't belong in a cubicle world. I just don't belong here. Or you may be in a relationship where you're thinking like, oh gosh, I don't want to be here. Like, or you may feel like amazing and blessed, and you're like, wow, like I don't, I'm how am I, how did I end up with her, or how did I end up with him? Oh my God, like, wow, right? I'm here to share this thought with you, and those thoughts are valid. There's going to be situations and times where things are questioned and the answers are not just right there, right? I'll give it to you in an extreme situation where maybe you have a relative or a close one die at a young age. We heard about Twitch today. He's 40 years old, right? And he shot himself. So you hear this stuff and you're like, I'm sure his family's saying, I'm not supposed to be here. I don't belong here. What did I do? My message to you, and this is what has worked for me, and this is what kind of I dangle in front of me every time there's a tough situation. This is what I say. I actually do belong here. I actually do. I am supposed to be here. Now, I'll give you both cases here, and that is I'm supposed to be here because I'm supposed to go through this hell, right? Go through this craziness, go through this darkness, go through this hitting rock bottom, go through these surgeries. I'm supposed to go through these. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Instead of questioning it. Or there have been times that I've been on top of the world and I've not questioned those either. I belong there. There's no question about it. What I'm sharing with you is this: whether you're at the top of the world or have hit rock bottom, you are exactly where you need to be. Exactly. Now, either it's your time to shine because you're at top of the world, or maybe you're at your rock bottom, if you would, and that's when you're supposed to learn something, grow some skin, get some grit, man up, woman up, not sit there and complain and blame. You're supposed to learn something. You're supposed to get slapped around. I talk about this all the time. When I hit my rock bottom in 2007, 2008, I called it like this: it was my turn. The good Lord took it was the baseball bat of life. I was supposed to get hit in the face to learn. I learned a gazillion different things, right? So whatever you're going through, whatever situation you're in, I'm here to tell you that first, and this is my first thing in my list of things to pass on, if you would. The first thing is nothing is going to last forever. The good thing, the bad thing, anything you can think of. It just, if you think about it, nothing in your life has lasted forever. Things have always changed. People have come in, have gone, jobs have come in, gone, you've moved. Things have changed all the time, right? And whatever tough time you've gone through right now, if you look back, and if it's been years and years, you look back, you're like, yeah, it sucked. One of my two least favorite words. But I learned. I went through that divorce. I went through that bankruptcy. I went through that foreclosure. I went through that firing. Whatever you've gone through, you can look back, and I guarantee you, if you're truthful with yourself, you can turn around and say, it really sucked, but man, I learned that. I learned right. So thank you. I appreciate that. So what I'm here to tell you, whatever situation you're in, whatever it may be, like I told you, if you may be at the top of the world, maybe it's time for you to shine. Maybe it's time for you to pull people up. If you're at top of the world, think about that. And if you're at the bottom, then maybe you should look up. Maybe there's people out there who want to help you pull you back up. Right? So whatever situation you're in, don't you ever tell yourself, I'm not enough. I'm not supposed to be here. I'm not supposed to have this job. I'm not supposed to be this. I'm not supposed to be there. That comes from lack of enoughness. That comes from like you feeling I'm not enough for that situation, for that thing, for that person, for that job, for whatever that is. And that's a hole in your game that you're throwing out there, right? Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect, you're perfect, anybody's perfect. We all have things we could improve, but there's a big difference between you seeing something that you could improve on versus you saying, well, I just don't got it. I'm just not enough. I suck. There's a big difference. You feel me? We all have things to improve on every day, all day, every day, all day, every day, right? But there's a big difference you saying, I'm not enough. I got this hole in me, right? And that's where when you hit rock bottom and you're just sit there and just like you're just waiting and you're blaming and you're complaining and only things get darker and darker and get worse. Trust me, believe me, some of you know obviously are new to my lives, but some of you know my story. So I'm not a stranger to those times, right? You could sit there and just moan and groan and blame and complain all day long. It ain't gonna help you. Nobody, I guarantee you, nobody's gonna hear you. Nobody's gonna come and rescue you unless you look up and be thankful for whatever situation you're in, because wherever you are, you're supposed to be there. All you gotta do is figure out why you're there. See, you are supposed to be there. It's your job to figure out why. That's a big difference. You're not questioning the fact that you're there. That's not the thing. The question should be, why am I here? What am I supposed to get out of here? And that's the point. So, you know what? There's going to be a lot of times I'm going to share this with you. No matter what you're going through, this ain't going to be the first time nor the last time. You're going to go through stuff, right? And it'll make a lot more sense. It'll make it a lot easier to deal with if you say, all right, why? Instead of questioning, hey, I'm here. So hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value from this. Drop your thought. You guys were quiet. Drop your thoughts, your comment. Were you awake? Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. If you felt like this was worthy of sharing, do what you got to do. So, I know you know somebody, at least one person who's in a situation who's like, grrr. Tag him to this, share this on your wall, do what you got to do. Spread the love. And until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.